when you're shopping as well. Now it's time you try Silver Pellet Pasta Sauce. Every jar made the right way. Vine ripened San Marzano, California tomatoes, extra rich virgin olive oil, no added sugar at all, no paste, no shortcuts. Clean, rich flavor that tastes great and makes every meal better. Anyway, this month, grocery stores, the nationwide, will have specials on Silver Pellet Pasta Sauce, the official pasta sauce of the show.
You say it beautifully. I honestly have a tear in my eye. I'm so proud.
Proud that I'm saying it the wrong way.
Proud that you're saying it the right way.
Did you watch any of these rallies this weekend? I wonder if anyone went to one of these rallies. I want to talk to them. I told you not to go. I'm trying to give a public service announcement to everyone in this audience. If there's a rally in your town or your city, stay away. I mean, it had all the feel. It could be like another Summer of Love weekend. Some minor issues, nothing major, thank God. We found out a lot about this. There was one report out today. A rally bus company website pointed out that people were wondering how these organizers were able to turn out large crowds, and they did have large crowds. And Stephen A. Smith writes me about this and shows me a video of one. First thing I see is a guy holding a sign, F Trump, F ICE, and F something else, but somebody's head was in the way. I couldn't read the last one. And he goes, I'm telling you, that means Democrats can win. And I said, yeah, of course they can always win. I never take elections for granted, ever. Until I hear Fox News can project, in this case, Donald J. Trump's elected president, I'm not going to be overconfident. I'm going to tell you that every vote is going to matter and assume that your vote's going to be the deciding vote. I can tell you with confidence because of the people that did the polling, Matt Towery and Robert K. Haley in New Jersey, have it at a 1-point race for Jack Ciattarelli. I will tell you, every vote is going to matter in the state of New Jersey. A Post article today, Democrats that won in the city council in Passaic County, they voted against cameras with these ballots that are going to be put in a room, and there's no cameras allowed at all. I keep saying, Republicans and Democrats complain about election results historically, and the Democrats steadfastly do not want election integrity measures. It's simple. You want voter ID, signature verification. You want chain of custody for mail-in ballots. What does that mean? At the minute that the U.S. Postal Service drops off at whatever location it happens to be, mail-in ballots.
Figured you'd love the thumbnail.
Those ballots are on.
Yeah, pretty day today. It's cool, but it is pretty. I got a couple of a pie shelf and a bookshelf. There's a buddy of mine's
and they voted
sold to me. We're going to drop it off at the house, and we're going to head back out. So I just thought I'd hang out with you guys. Hop on over to Rumble, though.
But you need voter ID, signature verification. You need those cameras, live streaming. That's chain of custody controls, updated voter rolls. You need partisan observers in every precinct around the country, wherever an election's taking place, watching the voting all day, the vote counting all night. It's not complicated. And I prefer paper ballots, and I prefer we do away with early voting. I mean, the idea that you're voting now in the elections in November is nuts to me. But we did find out, according to this company website, that a lot of people wondering how these organizers were able to turn out many large crowds. Well, according to this website, they had a nationwide bus company offering luxury motor coach travel to sites of these No Kings rallies all over the country. Now, there was a fee, about $100, $200, depending on the length of your trip, but you had amenities that sound like quite a bargain. According to the site, rally.com, bus trips to avoid events. Anyway, join our on-demand crowdsourced bus trips. They provide transportation to all events, select an event, and a list and see all the cities that are offering trips to. Choose a city, review information about the rally point, including itineraries, trip status, bookings, rally partners with local charter bus companies that provide only the newest luxury motor coaches, the most reliable drivers. They have entertainment systems, including TVs and DVD players, adjustable climate control, spacious padded reclining seats, roomy overhead bins, and undercarriage storage for coolers and lawn chairs and foam fingers. There's a lot of furries at these websites. Did you see that? I noticed that was
too many, way too many.
What about? I mean, what if you just dressed up like I don't know, a mascot? Does that make? And the mascot happens to be an animal. Does that make you one?
I don't know, man. All I saw was a bunch of old people.
Well, what is the point if I ask you a question if you don't know the answer to it? You should know the answer to this.
Cold.
I have an answer. It's just not.
It was warm Saturday.
So,
even though we had that rain.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
To avoid the illegal ramifications.
you don't want the violation.
FoxNews.com CEO of an advocacy group says his organization turned down an offer that would have been worth $20 million to help recruit a national rally against Donald Trump. Interest aligned with organizers. This is in July, by the way. People that say actual place. Fox News reported on this in July. The organizers of the July 17th movement approached us, and in fact, we rejected an offer that was worth around $20 million, according to the CEO. His name is Adam Schwartz, and founder of Crowds on Demand. I didn't even know there was such a group as Crowd. Maybe we need to open a business, Crowds on Demand. Liberals can pay us to show up, because it means nothing. And this goes to my conversation with Stephen A. Smith. And I gave him a long answer.
That's crazy.
I hate texting long answers. Why do you hate texting long answers? I hate it.
I do.
It drives me. But I felt it was worth.
You got an electric blanket?
And he writes me, last Wednesday, Trump's not running again for re-election. GOP can lose this thing. I'm telling you. I wrote back, you can always lose. Nothing's in the bag. That's what I'm telling people in New Jersey. Assume that your vote is going to be the deciding vote in New Jersey right now. It's hard for a Republican to win in New Jersey. And the same with Virginia. That race is tightened to 2 points, according to Haley and Trafalgar and Insider Advantage and Matt Towery. And I wrote him, however, what you are showing me here is the lunatic base of the Democratic Party that's now in control. I said, the Democrats already have these votes. They all voted for Kamala. And then I quoted the sign, F Trump, F Trump, F Trump, F ICE, F ICE. How's that going to play with swing voters, hardworking men and women in this country that don't have time on a Saturday because they're busy, hoping their kids get to their sports programs or activities, convince them that this is the party they want to align with. This is just like Mamdani wins, it ultimately helps Republicans. If you want people in the middle and here's the choice America has. And I don't know how, and I've said it in a different way on the show, I don't see how you ever reconcile those that want law and order, that believe in funding the police with the defund, dismantle, no bail, send in the social workers, reimagine the police people. How do you there's no common ground there. How do you reconcile those that want Biden, Harris, Mayorkas, open borders, unvetted illegals, and
52 and 64 here,
and giving them free health care and free sex change operations if Kamala had her way, and free college tuition or taxpayer-funded sex change and health care and college tuition if Tim Walz had his way, and those that want legal immigration? How do you reconcile? What do Americans prefer? The largest tax cut in history, which Republicans voted for with the one big beautiful bill, or do they want
that's fine. I got
increase in history? Do Americans want no tax on tips, overtime, and Social Security? I think most working people and older people prefer that over the Democrats ostensibly voting. They voted for the largest tax increase in history. Do the American people appreciate Trump's efforts for peace around the globe, which we have
good number. Yeah, it is.
Do they appreciate any of it?
Better than that stupid 6-7 shit.
So I mean, on the one hand, my Stephen A., our friend, says, that the
you don't have heat.
The Democratic
you don't
Party,
have
they
heat?
need introspection, reflection, and course correction. Okay, I agree, but it was like watching a rally full of Jasmine Crockett's and AOC's and Grandpa Bernie's. That's it. That's called ratings gold. And he really didn't disagree with my argument at that point. Like he kind of like, yeah, you're right. We're singing from the same hymnal here. Think about this.
Well,
I
that
think
sucks,
this is
man.
actually interesting. He says, if I was a king, why am I working my ass? This is a great line. Now, for all the no kings people out there, now think about this. Your party skipped the primary. You coronated Kamala without a single vote. You tried to erase Trump from the ballot when your legal warfare crashed and burned. That wouldn't be democracy under threat by Trump, but by them.
Oh, damn.
Like Johnson said, it was just an absolute unmitigated waste of time.
It seems like when they did that work on your truck, they fucked up a lot of shit. It just seems like it, man. You didn't have all these issues.
Just complete and utter disaster. Let's see who showed up. George Conway showed up with a I Am Antifa t-shirt on. Bernie Sanders, Chris Murphy headlining a No Kings rally with activists that defended Hamas, according to the Washington Free Beacon. Whoopsie daisy. NBC's Sue O'Donnell said, it was mostly older white hair folks. I don't know what that means. Boomers are I got a note from somebody about all the pictures of the furries, people dressed up as animals. I don't know if is that really a thing? Come on, I can't even.
It is a thing, and there were people dressed up. They had Halloween costumes on. They came in as dinosaurs, but the whole white hair thing is real. It's like they're going to 55 plus communities and handing out paychecks for them to show up with signs. It's a very real thing.
Not going to the villages. The people in the villages are conservative.
Those people are normal. They got better things to
do. Anyway, proud to say that people out here are Antifa, No Kings organizers bragging. MSNBC actually interviewed a uniform.
Kind of sounds like an easier fix, I hope.
Very good. You have one state senator. You can take it any way you want. This guy, state senator, Connecticut, Anwar, with a sign saying, cholesterol, do your job, with images of fried chicken, French fries. Many interpreted it to be, I hope Trump dies of a heart attack. He didn't correct.
So you're working basically just to pay repairs for your truck.
Where he's coming from.
Not earning anything.
Meanwhile, Schumer shutdown continues. They weren't going to dare open the government before, and now they're talking about maybe keeping it open till after Thanksgiving. Keeping it closed till after Thanksgiving.
Just keep going straight
then.
I'm sorry.
Trump said
Bad
this
joke.
Weekend. This is an opportunity for him to just put a dead end to Democrat, their radical DEI left-wing, agenda spending. He called it their kamikaze pilots, as is now the standoff is in its third week, no end in sight, and goofballs and hostages. Senate Republicans worried about the precedent on set. I'm not that worried about the
precedent. Thought you'd enjoy that.
On them. Republicans are supporting a clean, continuing resolution to fund the government at current levels. They're in a good spot. They don't want to spend $1.5 trillion on healthcare for illegals, refunding NPR and PBS, and for DEI initiatives around the world. Not even in America. Crazy. It's kind of a no-brainer. Not that complicated. On the immigration front, I mentioned, the fact that they caught this terrorist. Told you, known terrorists, murderers, rapists, other violent criminals, gang leaders, cartel members. President Trump, and we'll debate this in the next hour with Greg Cooper, is saying, well, maybe tied to the Insurrection Act. I think there's been 16 presidents that have invoked it previously. An illegal caught with a loaded gun after offering $10,000 to kill ICE agents. Okay, that's a problem. 3 killed in this U.S. strike in Colombia. The president is stepping up his efforts against the Colombian president. He said last week, my interpretation of his comments about Maduro in Venezuela offering Trump anything that he wants is majority days are numbered, and probably the same.
I used to love Paul Harvey, man.
Other guy out of Colombia. Think about it. Why have we allowed,
he knew his shit.
Why have we allowed America to let these narco terrorists, and with no effort to stop them? And we read every day about American children, Americans dying every day from these massive overdoses. And these drug addicts will kill you for $10. Trump threatens to eradicate Hamas if they continue to violate the ceasefire agreement. That now seems inevitable. That's what's going to happen. He will annihilate them. Pip Roy urging Republicans to use the nuclear option and change the shutdown. We'll see if that happens. Anyway, as I reported too, a Hamas terrorist captured in Louisiana. Yeah, thank you, Biden. Thank you, Harris. Thank you, Mayorkas. Borders closed. Borders secure. Well, I'll put it on self-driving while I do that. All right, here we go. Right? Well, you're going to love Cozy Earth. Why? Because they make these bamboo sheets. You wouldn't think sheets could make that big a difference in your life. I am telling you, it makes a huge difference in my life. They're so soft. Imagine the best 5-star luxury hotel style sheets, breathable, temperature regulating, whether you're a hot or cold sleeper. You know, you just stay comfortable all year round. They got these blankets, Linda. You use all of their products. You're like obsessed with them. Every day I hear you like ordering more.
I love them. They are amazing. From the sheets to the pajamas to the blankets, you cannot go wrong.
I don't wear pajamas, but I'll wear everything. I'll use 100 nights, 10-year warranty. Try them out risk-free. And let it see if it improve my sleep, it'll improve your sleep. Anyway, you're going to love it. Go to CozyEarth.com, use the promo code Hannity. You'll get 20% off. You're going to love all their products, but especially Cozy Earth's bamboo sheets. They are spectacular. Anyway, if you get a post-purchase survey, let them know you heard it from me, Sean Hannity. Home isn't where you live. It's how you feel when you're there. When it's so little downtime, you want to use it and maximize your relaxation. Oh, nice. Close in areas there. Well, you're delivering avocados, right?
Last month, my business cash flow got tight. Sales were slow, invoices were late, and payroll was coming fast. My business is everything, and people rely on me. I can't let them down. I applied online at lendseek.com and had business funding in 24 hours. Business moves fast. Don't wait until it's too late. Whether it's lines of credit, term loans, working capital funding, or revenue-based financing, LendSeek is open for business. Apply now at LENDSEEK.com. What does the future hold for business? Ask 9 experts and you'll get 10 answers. It's a bull market. It's a bear market. Rates will rise or fall. Inflation's up or down. Can someone invent a crystal ball? Until then, over 42,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite, the #1 AI cloud ERP, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR into one fluid platform. With one unified business management suite, there's one source of truth, giving you the visibility and control you need to make quick decisions. With real-time insights and forecasting, you're peering into the future with actionable data. When you're closing the books in days, not weeks, you're spending less time looking backwards and more time on what's next. Whether your company is earning millions or even hundreds of millions, NetSuite helps you respond to immediate challenges and seize your biggest opportunities. Download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free at netsuite.com/nation. That's netsuite.com/nation.
Love this cantaloupe.
netsuite.com/nation. We're constantly making promises to ourselves to live healthier. We're going to exercise more, eat right, and drink right. Well, isn't it time you start thinking about your water? Drinking right starts with Aquasana. Aquasana water filters give you immediate access to cleaner, healthier,
I haven't tried it with that. It sounds good.
Odor-free and
it's that Mexican spice, right?
Water filters remove chlorine, PFAS, bacteria, and other impurities you don't want, and leave you with the beneficial minerals you do want, like potassium and calcium. It's so good you'll notice an immediate difference in every drop of pure, delicious water. So whether you're washing vegetables or enjoying a post-workout shower, protect your whole home from contaminants with an Aquasana water filter. After all, healthy living starts with healthy water. Visit aquasana.com and use promo code SXM to get up to 50% off select systems. That's AQUASANA.com. Promo code SXM for up to 50% off. Aquasana. Better water?
It's like we got a little accident up here.
Will came. One guy.
We used to have them all the time before they put these lights in.
All hard. Today, we keep Washington honest from the middle of America. This is a place where we dig deeper. I want to know the real story. Watch and listen to the real deal. The heart of the matter from the heart of America. Watch The Will Cain Show live from Texas. Weekdays at 4 on the Fox News Channel.
and listen anytime to Will Kane Country.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm
not going to
CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years,
I'm
Abacus has been purchasing life
We're gonna
insurance
go
policies from
to
seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've
about to
created
eat
a
after this
policy
after we
value
drop this stuff
calculator
off.
so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value for your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching.
I'm really in love with this Bronco they got for sale up here at the Ford dealership.
Streamer claim new originals like Code of Silence. You read lips, right? And Lily, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Lily. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Perry coming up this October. You don't look like this. I'll take that as a compliment. See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
You've been driving a lot, haven't you?
If a mayor or a governor won't keep his citizens safe and secure, should the president invoke the Insurrection Act to keep them safe? Next.
Are you tired of online threats? Then get an antivirus. It's the only online protection you will ever need.
I don't know. Supercharged V6 is pretty damn close.
Does it encrypt your online traffic the same as NordVPN? No, but it protects your device. Just pop that CD in and you're good to go. But it will stop your internet service.
Right there on the right.
Snoopers from monitoring you online, right? Oh, no, not really. It won't stop online snoopers or block annoying ads. In fact, forget what I said at the beginning of this ad. This ad is now about NordVPN. I just realized that an antivirus is only half protection online. So get your online protection with NordVPN. It will encrypt your traffic, protect you from malware and phishing, and stop annoying ads. Get NordVPN with 77% off and enjoy 3 extra months. Yeah!
You didn't start a business to babysit your poorest performing employees. That's exactly why I started my business, so you don't have to. Hi, I'm Alan Jones, founder and CEO of Bambi. I created Bambi so small business owners can take back control of their business. Need to fire a poor performing employee who happens to now want 3 months off? Your Bambi HR manager will take care of that for you in your first week with us. You spend your time coaching your A players, we'll take care of the rest. I'm so confident that Bambi will help you focus on what you love about running your business that I'm offering a $1 trial to the service for your first month. Trust me, there are no limits to the amount of calls or questions you can give your Bambi HR manager. After your first month, just 20. Yes, 20. $9 a month for companies of any size. Month to month. No hidden fees. Cancel anytime.
Get a month of Bambi for just $1. Go to Bambi.com and type Patriot under radio to schedule your first call with an HR manager right now. Go to BAMBEE.com, Patriot Radio. This is Patriot, the rule of law.
Despite the Democrat shutdown of our government, our law enforcement officers are out there working without paychecks, round the clocks to keep and make America safe.
Conservative principles live here. Sirius XM Patriot, Channel 125.
Breaking news at Town Hall. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. House Speaker Mike Johnson says the Senate will try for an 11th time today to reopen the U.S. government despite Democrat opposition.
This is the first time in history that any party has had the audacity to shut down the government over a totally clean, nonpartisan continuing resolution. This is a political stunt.
But Bill Alexander reports there are new whispers in Washington that an end to the crisis could be right around the corner. White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett is predicting the 20-day U.S. federal government shutdown is likely to end this week. Hassett, the director of the National Economic Council, said his friends in the Senate believed it was bad optics for Democrats to open the government before the No Kings rallies, and that now there's a shot that this week things will come together. And very quickly, the moderate Democrats will move forward and get an open government. Millions of people gathered across the country for the No Kings rallies, protesting the Trump administration policies. Bill Alexander, Washington. An American envoy has returned to Israel to shore up the Gaza ceasefire after a major flare-up
over the weekend. Presidential envoy Steve Witkoff and presidential son-in-law Jared Kushner met with Israeli officials in Tel Aviv to support the fragile ceasefire in Gaza. Tensions remain high after Israel accused Hamas of killing 2 soldiers. That is White House correspondent Greg Cluxton. There's a lot of talk these days about the U.S. need for rare earth minerals, but economist Steve Moore says there's something even more important than importing those from adversaries like Russia and China.
Just like Trump talks about drill, baby, drill, we need to mine, baby, mine, and get at these resources so we're not. I mean, how stupid is this? The 2 countries that we get the most of these minerals from are China and Russia, our 2 greatest enemies.
At the closing bell on Wall Street, the Dow was up just over 500 points. More of these stories at townhall.com. If you have an IRA or 401k, this is a message you really need to hear. In just the last 2 years, the price of 1 troy ounce of silver has more than doubled, and silver is now poised for major gains in the months ahead. Call Advantage Gold at 800-741-GOLD to learn how to convert a portion of your retirement assets.
How's Baller doing? He's doing good. He's being an asshole as usual.
In precious metals,
but yeah, he's doing good.
Leverage the power of silver to help secure your financial future. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-741-GOLD. Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health. Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
Did not believe how my hearing in life changed. Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com. New restrictions on media coverage at the...
No, he's not. He's dragging his belly on the floor. It's weird. He acts like his back legs are broken and just crawls around. I think he's just itching his belly on the carpet. It's silly to watch. I'll try and catch a video of it.
Very well. And I walked in their shoes
but no,
in some cases.
No worms. He's clean.
Harmful leaks.
What we don't want is people using their access at the Pentagon to sit down and to gather information from people that are willing to compromise their ethics.
Colonel McGinnis says there would be consequences choking off the press, and the balance must be struck.
You don't gain security, you risk creating blind spots. And we don't want blind spots in a constitutional republic, but at the same time, we don't want to jeopardize the lives of our young men and women.
George Williams, Washington. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. Do you own a 2005 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire or no warranty coverage at all? With the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering a low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save you thousands off costly vehicle repairs. Get your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage are included. For your free quote, call 800-290-1583. 800-290-1583. House stealing. It's a nightmare that's real. It's the FBI's turn for thieves stealing your home's title and draining your equity. Just one fake document filed with a recorder, and scammers can own your home on paper, drain your equity, and do it all without you even knowing. Imagine waking up to a foreclosure or eviction notice. Listen to former title thief Matt Cox.
What people don't realize is the ease in which this crime can happen. I can take the deed to your house and I can transfer that deed into my name. It's a great crime, and it's happening all the time.
So how can you stop the nightmare and protect yourself? Find out if you're already a victim now at HomeTitleLock.com. Use promo code RADIO and get a 30-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, a title scan, and access to a title specialist, a $250 value. Don't wait. Go to HomeTitleLock.com now. Promo code RADIO.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife.
This is my buddy Bill.
The best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family.
Be right back. Just gonna load this shit.
ETHOS. Ethos.com/Slater.
your city. Gonna play our guitars and sing you a country song. We'll be flying higher than a tail I know. And if you want a little bang and you're getting your come along. House Republicans shut the government down. Then they ran out of town. And for the last 3 weeks, they're nowhere to be found.
It's criminal. And people will die because of what they're doing. I can't laugh about that. I'm sorry. That's up. No.
Let me jump in on this one. This is what we're
talking about.
It's exactly what we're talking about. We have a country that is falling apart.
Freedom is back in style. Welcome to the revolution.
Yeah, we're coming to your city. Don't play our guitars and sing you a country song.
New Sean Hannity Show. More behind-the-scenes information on breaking news and more bold, inspired solutions for America.
Scott Shannon, Hour 2, Sean Hannity Show, 800-941-SEAN is our number if you want to be a part of the program. Well, the president warned Democrats he will use the Insurrection Act to counter ICE resistance. You know, you see what's happening now. ICE agents are literally, there's a bounty on their heads. You have governors saying, oh, they can't wear masks and signing that into law. You see fences that have had to be constructed to protect ICE from all of these insane protesters and crazy left-wing radicals. You know, you have Democrats wanting to tear them down. So the president is saying, okay, we've got to protect ICE agents, number one. Number two, what are you going to do when you have 4,000, dead people in Illinois because J.B. Pritzker doesn't want law and order, safety, security, and to protect the people of his city? You know, at some point, do you want your federal government to step in and protect your safety, your security, your kids' safety, your kids' security? Look what the president's been able to do in D.C. Look what he's now been able to do in Memphis. Dramatic turnarounds when you actually police areas. You keep people safe and secure alive. Anyway, here's the president dealing with it over the weekend.
And don't forget, and I haven't used it, but don't forget, I can use the Insurrection Act. 50% of the presidents almost have used that. And that's unquestioned power. I choose not to. I'd rather do this. But I'm met constantly by fake politicians that think that, it's not like a part of the radical left movement to have safety. These cities have to be safe. Our cities that are Democrat run, exclusively just about, are unsafe cities. They're a disaster.
What do you do? What do you want? You want law and order? Do you want safety and security? Do you agree with me that it's a prerequisite for any American to even contemplate the idea of pursuing happiness? Anyway, here to weigh in on this and other issues, Greg Jarrett, Fox News legal analyst, #1 New York Times bestselling author. Horace Cooper is with us, legal commentator, co-chair of the Black Leadership Network, Project 21, author of Put Y'all Back in Chains about Biden policies.
Look at his crotch.
Blacks. Welcome, both of you. Greg Jarrett. Let's first talk about the history of the Insurrection Act and the president, claiming that 50% of presidents have invoked it in the past, and historically how it's been used, and at what point, if cities, go along with defund, dismantle no bail laws and send in the social workers, and they're not going to keep people safe and secure, when does it become the responsibility of the federal government to do so?
The answer is now. Liberals predictably, Sean, are outraged that Trump might invoke the Insurrection Act. I think they're historically ignorant. 16 different presidents throughout history have used it to quell violence. More recently, the first President Bush, then before him, Ronald Reagan, Lyndon Johnson, Kennedy, Eisenhower, but it dates all the way back to George Washington and Adams and Jefferson, and the list goes on and on. The act is there for a reason, to be used by a president when warranted. It is not a pretty China doll to be admired behind glass on a shelf. And Chicago, is a perfect example of where the Insurrection Act should be evoked. The Guard troops are desperately needed. The mostly gang-directed violence is victimizing horribly the African-American community. You gave the number there: shootings, stabbings, murders, other violent crimes. They're staggering in numbers. And city law enforcement is either unable or unwilling to protect those innocent civilians. And both the mayor, Pritzker, and Governor Pritzker and the mayor, Johnson, seem far more interested in preserving lawlessness and disorder only because they hate Donald Trump, who demands the opposite: law and order. You know, so far the president has used his authority in places like California and Oregon and in Chicago under a specific federal statute. But I think it's time, given the resistance of district court judges and Pritzker and Johnson, it's time to utilize the Insurrection Act, which gives him much broader authority than the federal statute that he's been using.
Let's get your take, Horace Cooper. I agree with Greg's analysis completely. It is heartbreaking that I can leave this show on a Friday and kind of with pinpoint accuracy predict how many people are going to be shot, how many likely shot and killed in Chicago that coming weekend.
So I agree with Greg. And here, let's make sure we understand what is happening, say, in the city of Chicago, isn't an accident. It's actually the active policy of the local government to engage in a series of restrictions or limits on the use of police force, the use of prosecutions, and it puts the lives of those citizens of the United States who happen to live in the area in jeopardy. That means that when they want to exercise their constitutionally protected rights, they are likely at risk, not just of injury, not just of serious injury, but even of death. And by the way, our founders, particularly the Federalist Party, thought that the President of the United States had an inherent power to protect when a circumstance like this was to occur. In Federalist number 74, actually Hamilton says that when you see the kind of wanton mayhem that is threatening the citizens, that the president should have the authority to intervene. The Insurrection Act was pushed by Thomas Jefferson and his party because even though the criteria had been met per the terms of what the Federalists saw, he wanted the added protection. When Congress acts, it's okay, it's great, in fact, but it doesn't actually take away from the inherent authority that a president has. The communities that you talk about, within 10 or 15 or 20 minutes of this program ending, whose lives are going to be put in jeopardy or even lost, those people have a right to expect that the president will step in and protect them.
If the government doesn't have as its number one goal to keep people safe and secure, what is then therefore the purpose of government? You know, there's a great line by Thomas Paine in Common Sense, 1776, Greg Garrett, you know, where the guides and dictates of one's conscience irresistibly obeyed, there'd be no need for any lawgiver. There wouldn't be a need for government. Then it talks about that not being the case, why laws are instituted by men, but rights we believe that rights come from God, not from government. However, government's role, first and foremost, has got to be to keep its citizenry safe.
Absolutely, and I agree with Horace. It is the inherent power of the Constitution to protect.
Do me a favor, get out of where we're working, and you can totally.
I'm not interfering.
He had the ability to record audio from where he was initially standing.
But maybe that's a red herring.
Can you please move forward, sir?
No.
Can you please move forward?
That's not the point. The point is the right to film law enforcement in public.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Welcome back.
Sean Doman is being criminally punished for exercising his right to record the police in public.
To the Lackluster channel. In July of 2022, I covered a story sent to me by Flathead County Audit. Sean, the channel's owner, was riding his bike when he witnessed a traffic stop in Kalispell, Montana. For several minutes, he filmed without issue, but the officer who initiated the stop requested a backup unit. Officer Maneglia raced to the scene.
Where's the fire, officer? No lights, going 40 miles an hour. Fucking First Avenue East. Runs over the curb. Here we go. We got two on scene. Yep, that's what I'm doing. First Amendment protected activity.
Your what?
First Amendment protected activity.
Right, I agree.
Thanks for respecting
that. Do me a
that.
favor, just get out of where we're working, and you can totally.
I'm not interfering.
So, like, right over here by the street. Okay?
I'm not interfering.
Okay,
I need to be able to record audio.
I'm sorry?
I need to be able to record audio.
You can record it from right over here. Like I said, the fact that you're sitting here.
I'd like to stand right here.
Okay, well, you can't.
I'm on public property. It's a sidewalk.
You are
not interfering.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That my engagement with you is distracting me from this?
That's your fault. That's not my responsibility.
Can you please move forward, sir?
It's important to note that Officer Managlia tells Sean to move forward, just before knocking his camera to the ground.
Can you please move, sir?
No.
Can you please move forward?
While stepping backward, Officer Managlia grabs Sean's phone, shuts it off, and throws it to the ground, then shoves him. Sean nearly topples off his bicycle but regains his balance, calls Managlia a tyrant, and says that he intends to sue. The officer then arrests Sean for obstructing a peace officer and impounds his bicycle. According to Sean, the bike remains missing.
The case stems from an incident in 2022 when bicyclist Sean Doman recorded a traffic stop on his cell phone. Doman's attorney claimed he was punished for exercising his right to record.
In March of 2023, a jury convicted Sean of obstruction. The district court affirmed on appeal.
Doman's attorneys argued the officers treated him differently because he was recording.
But he then sought review in the Montana Supreme Court.
The ACLU of Montana is also backing Doman's challenge,
filing an amicus brief arguing that both the Montana Constitution and the First Amendment protect the public's right to record police from traditional public forms like sidewalks. Finally, on October 1st, 2025,
the Montana Supreme Court heard oral arguments today for a Kalispell case involving the right to film law enforcement in public.
What follows are the key exchanges from that hearing.
Sean Doman is being criminally punished for exercising his right to record the police in public. Sean filmed a routine traffic stop from a public sidewalk in broad daylight. That is conduct that is fully protected under both the Montana and the United States Constitution. And there are 4 key points that I'd like to make here today. The first point is that there just is not sufficient evidence in the record that Sean knowingly hindered Officer Wiley's investigation. In fact, Officer Wiley testified that Sean did not hinder his ability to issue the citation, and that is on page 67 of your transcript. The second point is that Sean was targeted because he was recording. Officer Managlia was called to the scene because Sean had rolled up filming. And Officer Managlia immediately ordered Sean to back up because he was recording. But Sean's filming was not interfering. And Officer Managlia cannot target Sean for engaging in protected conduct.
Be back.
The third point is that Even if this court believes
What?
that Sean was ordered to back
What?
up for reasons other than the fact that he
I don't
was
care.
reporting.
Oh, you have to? Okay, either way, it's the same way.
The state's after the fact justification of officer safety is not supported by the record. And Officer Manalia could have just
What is this?
kept an eye on
Lackluster audio?
like Wiley
It switched over?
testified he called him to do.
That's weird.
But instead, Officer Manalia ordered Sean to back up so far that Sean could not hear any audio. Counsel, could I, while you're on this point, I think it's really critical. How do we set aside a jury verdict on these facts? Are you asking us to, as a matter of law, say that there was insufficient evidence that the jury is considered? Your Honor, I think there's two key points.
Actually, I'm going to see if this is officer safety could end your First Amendment rights. Huh. Interesting. Oh. Easy, easy, easy. Yeah, Buddy Bill's going to follow me. He doesn't know his way around out here in the boonies. He's a city boy.
Points to that question. In terms of the sufficiency of the evidence argument, the jury was instructed in Instruction 11 that even if it wasn't a reasonable restriction, that it was not a defense to this. That even if Officer Manalia was not acting lawfully, that was not a defense in this charge. So the jury had no choice but to convict Sean. There was no objection to that instruction. The reason this has not been brought, which I think is the heart of your question, as a instructional error issue, is because that is an accurate statement of the law. However, it's the ambiguity in the law, the language between an unlawful order and official capacity that allows for its unconstitutional application.
So, but that would still then, by definition, be an as-applied challenge, which has to be preserved.
Your Honor, and it's our position that this was in fact preserved. It was brought to.
All right, we're going to switch back over to Hannity. I don't know why that just kicked on like that. That's weird.
Section Patriot Channel 125.
We're going to drop him off at his house. He's not going to take his work truck to where we're meeting.
All right, we continue now with Greg Jarrett and Horace Hooper with us. You know, Horace, we've discussed this a lot over the years. You know, a lot of the violence that we see, the worst schools are often in.
I've had to do it. YouTube just kick on like that before, though. It's weird. A lot of time, if it gets, for some reason, if it gets bumped whenever the notification pops up or something.
Democrats for decades and decades and decades, they have failed their constituents miserably. I think we saw in the last election, you know, the dam might be breaking, and I think maybe the stranglehold politically that the Democratic Party has had with minority communities is breaking because they have failed people so spectacularly, and Donald Trump is actively courting people in predominantly dominated areas and saying, you know, how's it working out? How's your school system working out? How's law and order working out in your city, your town? And I think it's going to be a successful message because I think every single person wants the same thing. We all want, you know, safe communities, good schools for our kids, a nice neighborhood.
Shock, shock, shock. Doing what's right by the American people could actually redound to the president. the opposite. Of danger, and it's become so widespread that the president needs to intervene. That's not actually something that federal courts are competently able to assess. Oh, and by the way, when they get it wrong, more American lives are jeopardized. This is why this type of responsibility our founders would have thought were quintessentially something that the executive power should do. And
But Horace, I don't get this. I mean, under J.B. Pritzker, 4,000 people murdered. They got 5 times the murder-homicide rate in Illinois than they do in Chicago than they do in New York City. Now, at some point, you know, he's more mad at Donald Trump than he is at all the people getting shot and killed. And I'm like, you know, where are your priorities here?
That's what I meant by this isn't an accident. This isn't just a little chaos getting out of control. This is the
finally cutting down some of the corn.
To say to
I don't know how much of it was even harvestable. It got so dry at the end there.
The rights. You will not have the privileges. You will not have the freedom.
It's going to be a much lower yield.
Are taking for granted. That's why the president should invoke the Insurrection Act to make sure that he can put a stop to it. If Governor Pritzker wants to stand in the way, then he's going to be like we saw with President Eisenhower. If you do, you'll be arrested. If those who help you attempt, they'll be arrested too.
Well, the people deserve to be safe. Last word, Greg Jarrett.
You know, some of these federal district court judges are contorting the law and trying to stop Trump by substituting their own subjective judgment as to whether it's merited. Horace is right. Good judges are not competent.
They're both. That's why
they don't have the full.
That's why I picked that thumbnail. Actually, that whole picture is pretty cool. I'll send you a picture. They're actually holding hands, I think, together.
And in doing so, they're ignoring what the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals said recently, upholding Trump's use of the guard in L.A., that a judge must always give a great level of deference to the president when he decides that troops are necessary. So I think the law is on the president's side on this.
All right, Horace Cooper, Greg Jarrett, thank you both. Appreciate you both. 800-941-SEAN is our number if you want to be a part of the program.
Oh, they cleared the accident.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Dreaming of your next trip? Let Gate One Travel turn those dreams into reality. For over 40 years, Gate One has been helping travelers explore the world with affordable escorted tours and river cruises led by expert local guides. From Europe to Asia, South America, and beyond, Gate One has your perfect itinerary. Book now through October 28th, 2025, and you can save 20% on all escorted tours and cruises with promo code PLAN20. Book today at GateOneTravel.com and see more of the world for less.
You've worked hard your whole life. But when it comes to investing, the market can feel like a full-time job. The charts, the timing, the second guessing, and every trade comes with that same question. Am I doing the right thing? That's where TrueTrade changes everything. TrueTrade's automated trading system takes the emotion out of the market. No guesswork, no staring at screens all day. Just smart, automated trading strategies designed to.
Yeah, he's my partner. He's my other major partner. We're the two major partners, and then we have two silent partners that are very low percentage, but we're 35 and 35, and the other two are 15 and 15.
Funding, download the TrueTrade app today on iOS and Android, or go to TrueTrade.io. That's TrueTrade.io. TrueTrade, where technology earns for you.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Quo lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place, so that you can deliver.
I ended up buying a Zoom number to work with Teams.
Need to take calls on the go? Quo automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call.
Since the ancillary call centers in the Philippines, so.
With Quo's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to level up every customer interaction.
Trucks all over the road, man. It is pretty windy, though. I will give them that.
For free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Quo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/patriot and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's
Building another storage center. There's so many of them out here.
quo.com/patriot.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
Could not believe how much.
This guy is all over the road. It's not that windy.
1 million happy customers by going to hearing.com.
What does the future hold for business? Ask 9 experts and you'll get 10 answers. It's a bull market. It's a bear market. Rates will rise or fall. Inflation's up or down. Can someone invent a crystal ball? Until then, over 42,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 AI cloud ERP, bringing accounting,
Mitty would be disgusted.
inventory, and HR into one fluid platform. With one unified business management suite, there's one source of truth, giving you the visibility and control you need to make quick decisions. With real-time insights and forecasting, you're peering into the future with actionable data. When you're closing the books in days, not weeks, you're spending less time looking backwards and more time on what's next. Whether your company is earning millions or even hundreds of millions, NetSuite helps you respond to immediate challenges and seize your biggest opportunities. Download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free at netsuite.com/nation. That's netsuite.com/nation. netsuite.com/nation.
Battling psoriasis or eczema? Don't suffer another minute. Soothe your skin fast with Revitaderm psoriasis formula. Created by Dr. Blank for his own patients, Revitaderm was once only available by prescription. Now, relief from redness, itching, and flaking is within reach, guaranteed. The doctor-trusted, FDA-approved Zoltar to slow skin cell growth. The 4-ounce jar plus travel size. Try Revitaderm psoriasis formula today. Risk free with a 100% money back guarantee. Find it at Walmart or CVS in the skincare aisle. This is not headline with the FDA. This device is not a chance to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Sirius XM Patriot.
Look at him, man. He keeps hitting the rumble strips over and over again. Wow. No signal. Just changing lanes there.
Be sure to check in as soon as you get to your car after work for breaking information.
Bill! He missed me. He's not paying attention. Well, he's going home that way, I guess.
941 Sean, our number if you want to be a part of the program.
He's going the long way home.
Needs in this day and age, a home security system. Got to keep your family safe and secure. And you want a system that is proactive, not reactive. Like you had a call. Somebody just broke into your house. You might be in the house.
Call Bill Lemke.
Call Bill Lemke on cell. Is that right?
Yes. I didn't pass me. He kept going. He didn't get on the freeway.
Please say yes or no. Calling Bill Lemke on cell.
No. Yeah, I guess you're taking the trail home.
Yeah, I didn't see you. I'm just.
I know you were zoning.
Yeah.
It's cool, brother. You got to drop your truck off anyway, right? Your van off.
Yeah, I got to drop this and then I'll go over.
All right, I'll meet you over there.
Yeah, I don't like to drink and drive this.
No, I don't blame you.
So.
I don't blame you.
Hopefully, I'm at 163,000 as of this trip.
Yeah.
So in 2000, I get to tell them, get me a new fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
I think I want the Ranger. They offered. I'm going to accept.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if you ain't paying for the gas, what the hell?
So I got 11 minutes to my house and then 6 minutes there. I'll be there in 17 minutes. So
right,
5 till 5.
It's only 4 more minutes than what I got. So.
Yeah, well, I know this route. I can do this. I do this one in my sleep.
All right, brother. Be careful.
All right, dude.
Yep.
Bye.
Late. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and there is new technology available. That's where Simply Safe Home Security comes in. They can stop crimes before they even happen. They have their new Active Guard outdoor protection, AI security cameras. They will identify threats, people lurking.
Oh, no, that van he's got it's an old Transit or whatever. Ford Transit. He's going to get a new Ranger. He does outside sales for a trucking parts company. He got me a nice hat to send to Mitty. A nice Peterbilt hat to send to him. But yeah, he's got to get 170,000 miles on that van before they'll trade it in. He's got 2,000 more to go. They gave him a choice between a Maverick and a Ranger. I'm like, well, if you ain't paying for gas, I'd do the Ranger. Maverick gets a lot better gas mileage, but
monitoring, and you will be alerted when they're outside of your home. It's like having a security guard stationed on your property. Anyway, that's why there's millions and millions of us that trust Simply Safe Home Security. Now is the perfect time to get yours. If you go to simplysafe.com/Hannity, that's simplysafe.com/Hannity. You're going to get 50% off your brand new Simply Safe Home Security system. That's 50% off. Go to simplysafe.com/Hannity today. It was a great New York Post.
Maverick hybrid.
A fait accompli. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not saying to give up hope in any way.
Ranger's bigger.
It looks like New York.
This is the smaller one. Ranger's the midsize, and then the F-150. Full size.
New York Post rightly pointed out something this weekend.
They have electric and hybrid versions of all of them. So
the biggest problem isn't just Mamdani and socialists. I don't care if it's the No Kings protest this weekend.
I mean, he has to haul big parts once in a while, so that's why he's had that big van. But
yeah, that's basically a Kamala Harris rally. And I'm like, the left has that face. That's not the problem. The rest of the headline goes, it's the moderates who cave to them. And Hakeem Jeffries has indicated he's probably going to endorse Mamdani this week. I would imagine Chucky Schumer is going to end up endorsing Mamdani as well. Anyway, so he goes to this mosque. There's a report about this imam. His name is Wahaj. Mamdani has absolutely, no problem at all howling around with this guy, and putting it up on social media. And then when asked about it this weekend, he remained silent when questioned why he was with him this weekend. FBI agents, according to FoxNews.com, are absolutely apoplectic that this is all happening. New York Post wrote an editorial, "What hubris, Zohran Mamdani is so convinced he has the mayor's race in the bag, he's happily embracing the most extremist elements of his coalition," talking about, a visit, to At Taqwa, the Bed-Stuy mosque, where Imam Wahaj was the, where the candidate then posted and publicized all of this on X. Again, he was unindicted co-conspirator in the Trade Center bombing and testified in support of Sheikh Abdel Rahman, the infamous blind sheikh, if you recall that case. He denies his links to terrorism, but none of this is sufficient to steer Mamdani away. No, not at all. He's just digging in deeper. Now, Andrew Cuomo is warning, well, socialism could mean the death of New York. Oh, then I read that he took 10 days off on the campaign trail since Labor Day. And then you have these polls are meaningless, by the way. You keep saying, oh, it's close. If it's 1-on-1, Andrew Cuomo versus Mamdani, he's within 4 points. I'm like, well, that's meaningless because Curtis Lee was not getting out of the race. He said it again and again and again. He even claimed that he was offered $10 million to get out of the race. I mean, there's so much on this guy, and the quotes attributed to Wahaj. You have to wonder why anybody would ever want to associate with this. Let me play for you. This is Zoran Marxist Kami Mamdani saying that the imam, that he met with previous mayors, and he says the only reason it's a national issue is because of his faith.
This same imam met with Mayor Bloomberg, met with Mayor de Blasio, campaigned alongside Eric Adams, and the only time it became an issue of national attention was when I met with him. And that's because of the fact of my faith and because I'm on the precipice of winning this election.
And then, by the way, the controversial imam, endorsed Mamdani for mayor.
Imam Siraj Wahaj, brother, coming to make a recommendation. We have one of the most important elections coming up soon, and that is the mayor of New York City. You have to admit, New York City is one of the most important cities in the whole world. Alhamdulillah, we want to make sure we make the right decision. Allah has blessed us. We have a very, 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 very good candidate. His name is Zahran Nandani. You must have heard him by now. And he's not a novice. He's not known as a state legislator. And he's running for mayor of New York City with a lot of other folks. My recommendations, and many, many leaders that I know, Muslims and non-Muslims, are recommending that we vote for this young man.
Okay, we have some tape of this imam from over the years. Let's play it.
I'm going to defend this country. You know what this country is? It's a garbage can. Filthy. Filthy and sick. Every day they go to school. And they put American flag in front of these little babies. Beautiful ladies. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands.
Okay. Let's get to our phones. Dominic is in Queens, New York. What's up, Dominic? How are you?
Oh my God! I'm just listening to what you had playing, and it's making me sick. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Why aren't we pushing Sliwa? We need to push Sliwa. I mean, I don't care about him taking over.
Listen, I've had him on radio, TV repeatedly. I had him on radio and TV last week. I'm not giving him airtime. We're giving him a lot of air cover.
Everybody needs to do this stuff, man. Everybody. It's just ridiculous. Hey, Trump couldn't do it, right? He can't. And look what happened. Look what happened. Even the third time he ran, the Republicans didn't want Trump in. Why? Because he riles up the base. The hell with the base. The hell with all of that. Curtis got to get in. This is ridiculous.
I got a note from Sid Rosenberg asking me, I don't know. I think maybe I'm going to have to move towards Cuomo. I said, I'm not moving towards Cuomo. I'm just not. I just don't, I don't really, he's not as extreme as Mamdani, but, he brought no bail law to New York State. It was his COVID, handling was a disaster. I see absolutely no hope for New York City. Look, Linda hates this. I'm not feeling good about it. You want me to be Pollyannish and say, oh, I'm being realistic about every race. If you're a Republican in New Jersey, you have a really good shot. If you're a Republican in the Commonwealth of Virginia with some Sears, you have a really good shot. It's take it seriously, galvanize. Your vote is going to matter. New York City, nowhere near as optimistic. Just the opposite. I'm pessimistic. Now I can be a fake and a phony and a fraud, and I'm not going to do that to you. I owe it to you to tell you the truth.
I know we're in bizarro world, like you'll say, but it's infuriating. It's insane. It is.
Listen, then get everybody in New York City to wake the hell up, because it's going to be a disaster. That I can promise you. That is the net result of this. It's no good. The only good that may come out of it is Kathy Hochul. 47% of independents say Hochul's support of Mamdani would likely cause them to vote for Elise Stefanik.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We roll the dice, we throw Curtis out there, and just keep pushing him. That's it.
I'm supporting him. Then let me be very clear. I am supporting him. I think he'd be Rudy Giuliani 2.0. I actually saw Rudy this weekend, and he agreed with me. So anyway, I appreciate it, Dominic. Good luck, man. All right, quick break. Right back to our phones. Here's our toll-free number. It's 800-941-SEAN if you want to be a part of the program this Monday.
Final Hour Roundup is next. You do not want to miss it. And stay tuned for the Final Hour free-for-all on the Sean Hannity Show.
Detroit is, and Seattle is. Who are they playing? Dude, you're going to win this week against the Misses, but you still have 2 players inactive. You need to check your lineup. Let me turn this around real quick. Chat with you before I end the stream here. All right. Lions are playing tonight, just so you know. I'm going to lose too. The 2 number 1 teams are going to lose for 2 weeks in a row. So the Lions are playing Tampa Bay, and then you have Seattle and Houston as well. Lions are the first game. Seattle's late. They must be playing in Seattle. I don't think that game even starts till 10 Eastern time. No, Detroit versus Tampa. That's at 7 Eastern. So 6 your time. And then a 10 o'clock game, which is 9 your time. So that's where we're at. Thanks for hanging out. Peace. Love you, brother. Talk to you later.